Hex, it's no secret that I'm a huge Batman fan.
Oh, I've seen your cosplay.
Yes. Well, in preparation for Arkham Knight, we put Dax Ginn from Rocksteady Studios in the hot seat to see what secrets we could prize out of him. Dax Ginn, thank you for joining us again on Good Game.
My pleasure, mate. Great to be here.
I'm glad you're here, because we get to talk about Batman for ages.
All day long. Come on.
Arkham Knight,
Yes.
the third game from you guys.
Yeah.
Tell us, what is the Arkham Knight's deal?
As in the Arkham Knight, the character?
Yeah.
Well, gamers have as much knowledge about the game world as Batman does. So we don't want players to feel like they are smarter than Batman. So we haven't really said very much about the Arkham Knight because Batman himself does not have any information on the Arkham Knight other than a few sketchy details that Oracle has passed on. So that's all I'm going to say.
So coy.
For your own good. For your own good.
No more Batman.
What's it like building a new character in this Batman world?
Terrifying, and I can only speak on behalf of the guys in the studio whose job it was to design and build the Arkham Knight, because it's not an opportunity you get very often in life. And as a studio, we're all a bit stunned, like, are we really doing... We've designed a Batmobile, right? That was amazing. What an opportunity that was. And now to design a character that becomes part of Batman's lore and the Arkhamverse.
I'm going to show the Arkham Knight what happens when he messes with my city.
We've got this narrative set up where Scarecrow is invading Gotham City, but Scarecrow doesn't have an invasion force. We needed a military commander to do that, and none of the other supervillains sort of fit that role. You know, you couldn't imagine Penguin doing it, or Two-Face, or anyone else. So we knew from a gameplay perspective, if we wanted to create this sort of military battle mode style to the Batmobile, and that was kind of the acorn of the idea to really militarize the Batmobile, we needed something, an opposing force to that. So the tanks and the drones and the infantry, those ideas started to come together, and then we needed a dude commanding all of that, and that's where the Arkham Knight came from.
Keep your guns trained up.
How involved is the Batmobile in all of the missions and combat?
Well, at the start of the conceptual process for the development of the game, the Batmobile was decision number one, and then we had to really make some pretty firm rules about it. So is this a driving game, or is this still a Batman game? Of course it's still a Batman game, so what role does the Batmobile have? And so our philosophy towards that was the Batmobile has to feel like an extension of Batman. It can't be a bolted-on driving mode. It needs to feel like man and machine are fused as one. There is a nice balance there between Batman, the Batmobile, but in every sense you feel like the Batman, because you think Batmobile, you think Batman. Like these two iconic characters are so related to one another.
I've noticed a few extra little things in the combat, like a few holds, and of course the whole Nightwing Robin thing. Can you talk about what you've put new into the combat, and especially the Nightwing and Robin thing?
We're so precious about the free flow combat system. We've been working on it for so long that when we come to add things to it, we really grill that new idea to make sure it's not going to erode or degrade the mechanics of dual free flow that works so well. So adding in a dual play component that allows Batman to team up with Robin or Catwoman or Nightwing, and the user can switch control between them, like, that took a lot of iteration to make sure that this felt like a natural progression of the combat system and not an additional mode that was just sort of clumsily sitting on the side. And more than anything, it really reinforces the narrative relationship of these characters. And then the relationship with Catwoman, you know, that's always that very grey line between, is she an ally, is she a friend, has she got her own hidden agenda? So having dual play with Catwoman it's awesome.
You must consider yourself a bit of a Batman fan.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you know a lot about Batman by working on these games for years, I imagine.
I know a lot about the Arkhamverse.
About the Arkhamverse.
I'm scared about what's going to come next.
Well, I think we need to call in Goose just to test that out properly.
No!
Yes, Dax.
No!
If that's the case, we'd like to
Oh, don't do this!
challenge you to a game of Barjo's Batman Brain Off, where we test you both about everything to do with everyone's favourite caped crusader. All right, well, let's get started. Can we have a quick buzzer test, Barjo? And Dax? Good, they sound the exact same. That's not going to make it. It's the exact same one. All right. Question number one.
I regret this immediately.
Harley Quinn first appeared in the comics or the Batman animated series? Barjo.
Batman animated series.
Correct. 1 point to Barjo.
Yeah, it was great. It set up her whole like costume and her whole style. It was all informed from that 90s series, which they actually
You wrote
did
these
on
questions,
black.
didn't you? You wrote these questions.
Just the answer would be fine.
They animated it on black instead of white, actually, on black, and that was why it's so dark. And I'll stop.
Extra point to Barjo.
Ah, 2 points.
Question number 2. What are the first names of Bruce Wayne's parents? Ah, Dax.
Thomas and Martha.
Correct.
Come on!
To Dax. Question number 3. Which actor has the honor of playing the role of Batman the longest? Dax.
I'm going to say Kevin Conroy.
Correct
Yeah,
again.
25 big years.
All right, you were worried about this.
I know.
That's correct.
Stressing.
Next question. According to Batman lore, how did Harvey Dent get his injury, turning him into the villain Two-Face? Barjo.
He fell in a vat of acid.
Incorrect.
Oh, no!
Dax, over to you.
There's different threads on this, isn't there? I mean,
Yes,
there's
but according to Batman
Batman lore,
lore,
like-
Proper law.
proper lore here. No. He gets one guess.
I'm going to pass.
Have stab in the dark. That wasn't how it happened. But have a guess.
A gardening accident.
Incorrect. Barjo, one more.
Joker's poison flower?
No,
This is
unfortunately.
a random guess.
He had acid thrown in his face during the court trial.
Oh,
right. We knew that.
Now
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah.
Out the way.
Gardening accident.
All right,
What
getting
was I
close to the
thinking?
end.
Gardening? How would that even happen? Who's gardening with acid? Oh, these weirds will just pour acid on them.
All right, getting close to the end. Robin is Batman's most important ally. What is the name of the second Robin after Dick Grayson? Barjo?
Tim.
You bought yourself time. You just jumped in early
You did.
and bought yourself
Incorrect.
time.
Dax?
What?
is the name of the second Robin?
Drake? I thought it was, is that right?
No, you've had your guess. After Dick Grayson, the second Robin?
Jason
Dax?
Todd.
It is Jason Todd. Mr. Freeze is a classic Batman villain. What is the name of his wife? Dax.
Oh my god, it was in my brain and then
I've got it.
disappeared. I thought I was going to say Victor. That's his name.
Incorrect.
That's not his name.
Barjo?
Norma.
Norma.
Incorrect.
Dora.
Incorrect.
Norma.
Dax?
Norma. I said that.
I've so got this.
You're close.
Nora.
Correct!
Oh!
Yes.
Now, running away with it, Dax.
Ah.
The Batmobile is Batman's most iconic vehicle. But what was the first Bat vehicle to appear in the comics?
Ooh.
Barjo.
Batwing?
Incorrect.
I know.
I'm
No, you should go.
Dax?
going to say Bat Cycle.
Incorrect. Barjo. You were close.
Batboat?
No, a boat is not close to a Batwing. Water.
I was close. Bat hang glider.
Incorrect.
Bat helicopter.
No,
Bat Chopper.
Bat copter.
The copter.
I'm going to give it to Barjo. It was the Bat Gyro, which later evolved into the Bat Plane, and it appeared in 1939 in the
Evolved?
original.
We are awful.
I believe so.
We are awful at this.
Last question, and the scores could be tied if someone was paying attention to the scores.
We have no idea.
Finally, what year did Batman first appear?
39.
Correct, Dax. And I think that takes you to the end, and you're the winner of this round and the whole game. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That was so embarrassing.
I think you
Don't
never
get
had a
to
chance,
keep the
Barjo.
chicken
Sorry. Yo, you take
Yeah?
that home with you.
That is your prize.
Boom.
My prize.
They'll never let it through customs.